ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rosen on 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll toss it to Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Hug. Mike's 50. Hey. Smith. Mike's 50.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Breon Body Calhoun, a sack coming off the corner blitz. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Travis Kelce. A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
You got to get the ball. See, you get the ball right here. Let's go. Shoot. Attack.
Now a carry for Bernard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brianne Body Calhoun.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Rosen. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now here's Mahomes. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They run the counter. Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Bernard. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Set. Ready. Four down.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow. Come back. Single receiver. Hey, you're on the line over. Alpha. Here I come. I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 63 yards on the punt return score. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting. On kickoffs, punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Hard. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
4 down, 4 down. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Hey, watch that, watch that.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Watch out for Hill on the return. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Christian Wilkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes now to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, dribble it, dribble it. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Come on, now. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Balaj. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
First down, Chiefs.
Ingram. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Yellow. Attack. Mike 20. Charlie, you must be dreaming. Hey, Mike 20. Watch the curl.
2nd and 9. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mahomes takes it himself, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Ingram, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. The Miami defense try to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. That complete to Lamar Miller. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They go play fake. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Watch the run, watch the run. 15, 15. Shoot, watch the shoot.
On first down, Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Mahomes. On the screen, Bernard. And he's got room.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. That's complete. Bernard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Ingram. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Yellow, yellow. Our goal line, 80. Yellow, go, 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 go. Let's put that team on the punt. Mike, 50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes being chased out left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run again with Bernard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
We clap and win. Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and inches, Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Everyone's got 4 down. Watch 88. Watch 88.
Throwing now is Rosen. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But now it'll be 3rd down. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Tight end right. Hey, 4 down.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Kansas City, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. No longer play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them buckets. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.